Wait. I know. Niggas is not out here trying to act like we was all in the same building and you was acting all tough and hardcore. Like, first of all, nobody even looks at you like that. I know. Do you know nobody believes that you're tough like that? Like, stop. It's actually painful to watch. But let's go. Exhibit A.
To Remy Ma, thank you for participating in the Hot 107's birthday bash. This, that, and the third. My performance time is at 8 p.m. Birthday bash. Due to recent security concerns, immediately following all performances, wristbands will be cut and artists will be escorted out of the arena. Backstage access limited to performers only. No entourages. You'll be asked to leave if you don't have a pass. Absolutely no guns, no weapons, not even for security.
All right, Mr. Telefero TV, how's everybody doing out there? We are talking Nicki Minaj and Remy Ma again. All right, for those who don't know, 107.9 had their annual summer bash, their birthday bash for the summer in Atlanta. It looked packed, but the crowd looked dead. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, the crowd looked pretty dead. Anyways, Remy Ma and Fat Joe had a set on the show. Remy Ma performed. I'm not sure if she performed Sheetha or not, but I'm pretty sure she did. It's a part of her set. She performed, and as a surprise guest, Gucci brought out Nicki Minaj. All right, so in the midst of Nicki Minaj's couple records, she did No Frauds. Again, I don't see the problem with that. Nicki doesn't have but a few records on the radio right now. No Frauds is her biggest record on the radio that she's put out. I mean, it's out there in the atmosphere. I don't see why Remy got upset, but it feels like somebody got it back to Remy that Nicki was trying to make it seem like she the baddest. She come wherever she want and still perform. No Frauds. She ain't scared of Remy. But I don't know what is Remy Ma so upset about. It's Nicki's song. Like, what did you expect her to do? It's her biggest song. Like, she's performed it at billboards. What, you think she was not gonna perform it if it's the biggest record she has right now? I think people got in Remy's ear and started gassing her up. Maybe on social media. I know Remy struggles with dealing with the Instagram followers and Twitter mentions and all that. Somebody must have gassed up and been like, you gonna let Nicki perform that in the same building you in? So Remy had to go online and explain how once you get off stage from performing, you gotta leave the building immediately. There was never an opportunity to see Nicki. But this is what I don't like, right? Because when it gets past music, this is when I'm like, okay, we need to cut this shit out. Y'all need to stop beefing or whatever y'all doing. Because when it's not music, we're taking it to another place. It's the same thing I thought about Drake and Meek. When Drake started pulling up in Philly doing all type of shit, this is what I don't like. This has nothing to do with music. I'm all about the music. I wanted the bars between Remy and Nicki, not anything else. I don't want to hear these two go back and forth when they're in the same building or see them get into it. Remy's on papers. For real, for real. As a matter of fact, Remy got on her Instagram account and was like, everybody knows I'm still on papers and I really be on some chill shit. Perhaps that's why you bitches out here frauding. Hashtag, why you fronting like you did some. Hashtag, you waited till hours after I left. Hashtag, like you always do. Hashtag, stop mentioning felons till that alleged pedophile get off trial. Hashtag, no frauds flop. Hashtag, Drake didn't laugh. He put his head down in the video. Hashtag, the rest of the 3-pack from Paris flop too. Hashtag, why every time I expose you, you leave the country. Hashtag, why do you have a fur on in June? Hashtag, in Atlanta. Hashtag, nobody thinking of you. Hashtag, and I mean nobody. Hashtag, you mad lonely. Hashtag, get over it. Hashtag, Sheetha. Hashtag, just take the L. Hashtag, what a sore loser. Hashtag, are you dumb? Hashtag, Remy Ma. Hashtag, Remy Mafia. So as you can see, I think one of the hashtags, Remy said, ain't nobody thinking about you. To Nicki. That is not the case, Remy. You're definitely thinking about Nicki and you're having the time of your life thinking about her as well. Listen, man, I really believe Remy talks about Nicki a lot. I really believe that in my heart of hearts. Like, she says on camera, she says the right thing. She says she don't really be thinking about her. But to produce that Summer Jam set and then now coming on this out of nowhere, I mean, what did she want Nicki to do? I want y'all to get in the comment section. Was Nicki not supposed to perform her best record so far this year? I mean, and I don't like the, you know what I'm saying, No Frauds flopped to me. I agree with that, but with the expectations that Nicki had for it, but that's what she's supposed to do. She's still supposed to work the record. What was she just supposed to get up on the record? I don't understand what Remy is saying here. Remy, didn't you perform Sheether? I don't understand what she's trying to say here. So it was okay for you to get your dubs, because Remy just said this on stage. She was like, when she claps back, everybody calls her the villain. But it looks like you just did the same thing. When Nicki clapped back at you, you just had the Summer Jam set. You brought out all the queens, all that. What's the problem here? There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, she performed her record. You're in the record, yes. And all this talk about you guys getting up with each other, what are y'all gonna do? Do you know how much security Nicki Minaj has? Good, because I don't either. All right, she has a lot of security though. I'm pretty sure of it. You're not touching Nicki. And Remy, I hope you be moving the same way as well, with a lot of security. Or, you know, when you're in cities like Atlanta, when you're not in New York. This whole notion of we're gonna touch each other and we're gonna scrap it out. Who's gonna fight? Who's really gonna? Y'all in y'all 30s? Cut that shit out. Now, if we not gonna talk about bars, y'all need to end this shit, because this is whack. Talking about where you can't be. Nobody gets to dictate where you can go. That shit happen on the West Coast, but like not down south. You don't get to dictate where somebody can go and where they can't go. That shit just things are too in the people know what I'm talking about. It's too easy to touch somebody. You can't just dictate where somebody can go, and that's crazy talk. All right. Again, if they're not going to talk about lyrics, this shit needs to end, because this is boring to me. All right. Mr. Telepharo TV, thank you for the time, love, and support. What do you think about Remy Ma getting pissed at Nicki for performing No Frauds, and she's laughing? And them hashtags were incredible, by the way. What do you guys think? Talk to me in the comment box below. Thank you for the time, love, support. Salute. I'm out.
If you're looking to book me for an interview video or by phone, if you're looking to have your music or your skill featured on my daily podcast, if you're looking to book me for a speaking engagement to help motivate some kids, if you're looking to have me rock some of your clothing to help promote your brand, make sure you hit me up at booking@mrtelepharo.com. Again, that's booking@mrtelepharo.com.